How many of you have been derailed from your destiny because your parents wouldn't allow you to study what you wanted in school? A lot of the time, as parents, we believe that the setbacks we have in life can be ratified by our children. We want to live our dreams through them, forgetting that they are individuals with their own ordained destiny. We feel that we can only be proud parents when our children are lawyers, doctors, and engineers. I have seen parents too ashamed to say when asked what their child is studying in university, because in the eyes of the world, it's not a prestigious enough course. Please don't misunderstand me. There is absolutely nothing wrong in guiding your children towards the right career path. All you want to see them do is succeed. It's one of your duties as a good parent. Your child confides in you. You know their potential. So if your child wants to be a chemical engineer and hates chemistry, then it is your responsibility to let him or her down gently and suggest an alternative career path based on the child's abilities and interests. Now, this brings me back to the issue of what will people say? Some parents will say, "How can you study English? What will people say? Mr. and Mrs. P's son is studying law. Mrs. D's daughter is studying medicine. Why are you doing this to us? Do you want to disgrace us?" And so on and so forth, blackmailing the poor child into submission. Some even go as far as threatening to disown their child if he or she does not study what they want. Then there are the parents who ignorantly derail their children's destiny by insisting he or she must study what they studied so they can take over the running of their business. I personally know someone who studied medicine, even owns and knows hospitals, but today is a businessman, architect and a property developer, and he is doing extremely well. I once asked him how come he spent so many years in university studying medicine only to now be an architect and a property developer. He looked at me, smiled, and began to tell me his story. He, Jimmy, is the firstborn son of his parents. He has an elder sister and 2 younger brothers. His father was a real traditional man who believed the firstborn male child was the head of the household. His father was a medical doctor, so as far as his dad was concerned, Jimmy was born to be a doctor like him, to take over all the hospitals he owned. Jimmy was geared towards becoming a doctor from an early age. His parents even called him JD, Junior Doctor. When he got into high school, he went on excursion to Italy while his friends went to the amusement park. He spent his time admiring the great Italian architecture. He was so fascinated by them that he vowed to develop properties once he graduated from college. When he got back home, he told his mom his dream she would not hear of it. She gave him a stern warning, never to discuss this in front of his father unless he wanted to give him a heart attack. "You were born to be a doctor," his mother said. With the fear in mind that he might kill his father, he bottled his dream. Years went by, he graduated, became a doctor, took over the running of his father's hospitals. Some years down the line, his father died. Once this happened, and he was sure he would not be the cause of his father's death by heart attack, Jimmy handed over all the hospitals to a management company, went back to university to study architecture. Today, he is one of the biggest property developers in his country. He concluded by saying, "At least I did what the old man wanted." As parents, we sometimes fail to see that as custodians, our child's destiny has been ordained by God, and God's design is always perfect and will surely take them to greater heights. We are meant to guide them. Look around you, people become very successful business owners, bank MDs, academicians, inventors, ministers, governors, sports people, actors, even presidents of countries, all of them successful in their chosen careers. The list goes on, and almost all of them are not lawyers, doctors, or engineers. It is imperative that you do not derail your child's destiny. Commit your child into God's hands, let him take control, pray for your child, and all that God has ordained for your child will be fulfilled by the grace of God Almighty. And I know you would be very proud of your child once God's will for him or her is done. For more uplifting and inspirational stories, subscribe and follow.